Feminism gave us choice. It gave you choice to be a stay-at-home mom, and it gave me choice to, no, it actually took away your choice. Because as soon as the government realized that women could be manipulated into being a voting bracket and to contributing to a 2-household income, and that they could tax that, everything broke after that. You guys are the same people that complain about the fact that we cannot survive off of a single income household, which is true. I'm not going to argue that. But you can't in one breath say that you can't survive off of a single income household in 2026 in America, and then also say that you have the choice to be a stay-at-home mother this day. And let's just for 1 second grant you the idea that back then we had absolutely no choice, which is not true, but I'm just going to grant you that idea. Wouldn't you rather have the obligation that actually left women much happier than they are in 2026 right now? Women are on record levels of SSRIs, antidepressant and anxiety medications, therapy sessions. Women are not happy. Neither are men, but this is about women right now. Sure, there were things that women dealt with back then, but overall happiness rates were better. Women could stay at home with their children. They didn't have to outsource care to some other person. Feminism was the perfect lie that gave you the illusion that you have choice, while turning you into a sheep that votes for whatever they tell you to. So yeah, I'd rather not have choice. Honestly, I'd rather not have choice. I'd rather it be one way. And that one way, I'd prefer it to be when women were happier and could stay at home with their children and cook and clean for their husband and not listen to another man that's not their husband tell them what to do all day at a 9 to 5. Feminism is a lie.
Unfortunately, the lie of feminism has permitted society to a point that even men will die on that hill. Being against the institution of feminism does not mean that I'm against women having basic human rights, and that's the biggest misconception.
I haven't seen this, but I think I can already have an idea.
No, this is different than you think it's going to be. This is too much. Girlfriend got stuck.
Bail out. Just bail.
She got stuck. She didn't want to throw it. So now she's trying to get guys to come over and help her to lift that thing off her back. And I guarantee you there are guys that saw what was going on and were like, I'm staying out of this. I don't want to be in some video. I'm not getting involved. I'm approaching her, all that. And this is what I say about like feminism wrecking men, because your natural instinct as a man would just be like, let me go over and help this woman, right? Normal. You got to be afraid to do everything now. And I think that's why when people say the death of gentlemen and all this, women complain. I saw a video of a very prominent female figure being like, oh, all the good men are gone. I was like, well, you killed them. You killed whatever was inside of them that would have made them actually act like men. Guys are afraid to be men.
Yeah. Feminism has disincentivized men from being gentlemen.
It isn't just feminism. It's also social media, fueling the fire and making young women narcissists.
You want to know something that most women aren't ready to hear? Modern feminism killed chivalry.
I don't think they care.
Modern feminism has shifted from seeking equality to promoting superiority and resentment towards men, framing men as oppressors rather than partners and equals. With the birth of modern feminism, there came the birth of the girl boss, I don't need a man. Chivalry was never meant to make women look weak. It was made to create a culture of mutual respect where men acted honorably towards women and acknowledged their virtue and grace.
Yes.
Modern feminism, by demanding sameness instead of equality, has blurred those lines. In trying to erase gender differences, it's erased the gestures that celebrate them. The result of this is now we have an entire generation of men who are not willing to honor, pursue, or protect women. We have this entire generation of men who just want to hook up on the first date, who have no respect for women, who don't hold open the door, who don't buy flowers, and it is because of modern feminism. Not only that, but it is also a result of weak men. There's a reason that our grandparents have the cutest love stories where the men pursued the women and they didn't have sex until they were married and they respected and honored each other. And now we are seeing the result of the crash and burn of modern feminism. And unfortunately, it is affecting a lot of women looking for life partners and a lot of men looking for life partners. Feminism is great. The idea of feminism is great to promote equality, but it has evolved into something that is toxic and dangerous to our society.
Yeah.
I have not come across a feminist yet that truly wants equality. All of them want selective feminism.
Men used to really yearn for women. You used to get in a fight with a man and he would be outside your house with a boombox in the rain, singing his motherfucking heart out, begging for you back, as he should, right? As a real man would. Now you get in a fight with a man, he's texting you, I bet. Now he's matching your energy like he's a motherfucking girl. And you know why? It's because you guys let these men dog walk you in relationships and they know they can spin the block whenever because they know your program is far from strict. They could fuck up and then text you, what are you doing? And you're going to fold. You're going to text them back and you think you're doing something by waiting a few hours or a day to respond to their message, but you're still responding. you're still taking them back after they treat you like shit. And that's why men don't yearn for women no more, because it's just too fucking easy out here. It's too much access. It's too much accessibility. And it stresses me the fuck out. Y'all need to get way more strict with these men. Like, the first fucking time they move funny, move out the motherfucking way, right? Make them big. Oh my God, please, I'll never do it again. Y'all don't even scare these men anymore, because within 48 hours, they're back in your bed. Back in your motherfucking bed after they just exchanged bodily fluids with somebody else. Yeah. That's why men aren't yearning for women no more. So please do your part. Put down the dumb bitch juice. And let's bring back making these men work to be with us. Because loose boundaries won't get you anything but a loser man. Okay? Okay.
Yearning has strayed so far from its actual definition. Same for women who just want to keep upgrading and will reply to all men in their DMs.
What's up with men? I don't know. I wanted to ask you, men don't come up and ask or talk to you anymore. There was this cute guy. He went to the bar at one point, so I was like, oh, let me go to the bar too. So I saddled up next to him at the bar and kind of gave a look. And he looked right at me and then looked away. I was like, okay, well, never mind. I was seeing something that apparently wasn't actually happening. And as we left, one of the other bachelorettes on this trip was like, oh my gosh, that guy kept looking at you. Did you guys talk? I was like, wait, what? You saw it too? I guess I could have said, hi, how are you? I don't know why I didn't. I guess I was like, I made that move. Meet me the other 75% of the way or whatever it is.
It is becoming like that. I think that there's a shift in it. And honestly, women have to take more of the reins in a way. Maybe we should have a man on and ask him what that's like. Why don't they do that?
A dating expert.
Is there a dating expert man that would like to come on this podcast?
I can't remember many times if I've been approached. And that has been hard on my self-confidence, because I've seen it happen to my friends. Specifically these two friends that are drop dead gorgeous, fit all the beauty standards, petite. Obviously I'm not harping on them, but I'm always just why doesn't that happen to me? Am I intimidating somehow? Am I putting off a certain vibe? I like to be it's just my height, I guess. I'm just too broad of shoulders for someone to approach me. But I've been approached by women, and so I wonder if it really is almost switching these days. People are just changing.
I love it. Okay, so you don't need a male dating expert on your show, honey. You should just call me. I'll mosey on down and tell you what's going on. Okay, so here's what's happening. Guys, you tell me if I'm right. In the chat, go ahead. I want you to just tell me, by the way, give me your opinion. Why are you guys not approaching women? Let's hear. I want to see in the comments. I want to see in the chat. I'm going to tell you why I think you're not approaching women. First of all, you've had enough. You're tired of getting used and abused, right? So typically you used to approach women, get laughed at. Oh, women are wanting you to approach just so that they can get attention and validation about how good they look that night, get their free drink, and then they drop you like a hot potato, right? You get ghosted. Oh, can I have your number? Sure. Get your 2 free drinks, the girl, and then she's like, bye. And then you go to text her, either ghosted or you find out she gave you the wrong number. Don't you love that when that happens, when they give you the wrong number? And then you're writing some rando and they're like, oh, I'm not Amy. And you're like, wow, I just spent, all that money, spent 2 hours with this girl, and now she's at the after party with somebody else and give me a fake number. Girls, you do it. You know it. They're tired of that. They're tired of now, especially with social media. It's blown up the whole game because you can see the girls laughing at you, making videos, gold diggers everywhere, talking about how, oh, you're so ugly. Oh, you don't have all these best. Oh, I went out with him, but he's only 5'8", so I didn't take him seriously. But I drank all his drinks and all his bottle service. Right? They see it. So here's the thing, ladies. Here's what I would tell you to do. First of all, you are going to need to take the lead a little bit, because guys now are saying to themselves, I only want to spend my time and my money on women who are actually interested in me. They really are interested. So you got to show interest now. It's not enough to just stand there and look cute. You have to actually show interest. Decide what that means for you. Also, ladies, you have gotten increasingly promiscuous. You've gotten increasingly boss babish, right? You're prioritizing things guys don't care about. You're like, oh, I don't need a man all day long. What do you think guys are going to do eventually when you keep saying, I don't need a man, I don't need a man, I don't need a man, I can do it. Okay, honey, do it yourself, and I'll be over here just chilling. You don't need a man? Let's see how you do, right? That's where it's at right now. So when you keep telling guys you're useless, I don't appreciate you, you're not good enough, I don't need a man, eventually they say, you know what, screw you. Screw you. And that's what's going on now. And if you're a really, high quality woman and you...
Y'all told us not to talk to you, so we don't. Simple.
A lot of these women are never satisfied. And you wonder why men don't want to get married. You wonder why men are hesitant on long-term relationships. You wonder why men are taking a step back on putting themselves in certain predicaments. It's because of women like this. These are the same women who just wake up one day and want to graduate from their marriage. They come to the conversation, oh, I want a man that's a provider. I want a man who pays all the bills. I want to make sure I can be a stay-at-home wife and a stay-at-home mother. This man has provided you all those things, and you still have a problem. And this is why I always say to these women who exude this ungrateful behavior that, girl, you better be careful, because if he have any kind of female co-workers at one of them jobs, they will be glad to trade positions with you.
I think we should let men be men because men are the best at being men. Too many women in this day and age want to be the man, want to lead, want to be masculine. And in this video, I want to make it clear why it's important that a man is the man and not you, little lady. You're the woman and you need to learn to be in your feminine energy to stay healthy. But more on that later on in the video. I think in this day and age, we have forgotten the importance of masculinity, of masculine men. Way too many women want to be men in this day and age. Listen, lady, you're a girl, you're a woman, and you're best at being feminine. So let men be men. Men are being scrutinized for being men, and women want to find a man. But when they are with a man, eventually they're like, they're hairy and they're men. And women have things about them as well that men don't like. So I think that we need to learn to respect each other for what we are and help each other highlight our strengths. A man can highlight a woman's strength and a woman can highlight a man's strength. And I feel that in this day and age, we actually have forgotten the importance of true masculine energy from a man's perspective. We have put a lot of focus on the masculine energy in women, on women being able to be strong and be bold. So a lot of women are in their masculine energy predominantly. And I've spoken about this many times, but this has caused a huge disbalance in the masculine feminine polarity, which is really needed to have a healthy relationship. And this is why we see so many relationships fail in this day and age, because women are no longer able to be in their feminine energy, but operate from this kind of masculine energy by a woman. In our society, we've kind of shunned true masculine energy. Like, we don't need men. What are men used for anyway? Why are they useful in our society? And we see it in that women are now choosing to have children without fathers. I think this is a very bad development for the health of a child. And we do not understand the importance of masculine energy, of a man in our lives, of a man in a family structure. So let me explain in this video why it is crucial that we also promote and respect and support masculine energy anywhere in healthy relationships, but also in societal structures, and that we honor masculine energy for what it is and not shun it or not directly connected to patriarchy or control. Masculine energy is truly important for our society and our healthy relationship. And it's also important for us as women. And I will explain more about that later in the video. Now, you might wonder, why are men important? Why is masculine energy and masculine drive important? Men are builders of structures. Men create structures. Men create foundations on which the feminine can feel safe enough to expand and grow and create in her own way. You see this in nature. You see this in a male bird building a nest for the female bird, in where she is safe enough to lay and hatch the eggs and look after the young. This is what the masculine does. Now, in this day and age, we do not understand the importance of masculine energy and the structure that it can provide. Yes, we as liberated women have been invited by men to step into places of leadership, to step into growth in our career, to also use our masculine energy to drive our careers and lives forward so we can create a form of safety for ourselves, like financial safety or owning your own home or your own career. However, this has caused us to think that we do not need men or do not need the masculine energy at all, which is incorrect. The fact that men have stepped aside to allow women to step into the arena of career and of financial freedom shows that men have created the structures and feel it's now safe enough for women to step in. And they hold these kind of boundaries and structures in place for us to flourish. This is what the masculine energy does. It builds a structure where the feminine can flourish. But now women have stepped into this arena with aggressive masculine energy. Imagine the male bird building a nest, right? And inviting the feminine in to lay her eggs, to do her creative work. And then she just goes thrashing around the nest, throwing out the eggs like, you didn't do this well, you didn't do that well. How do you think this male bird is gonna feel? Do you think next year he's gonna build a nest for a woman again? No, of course not. He's not gonna build another nest for a female bird. This guy is gonna do the same as men are doing now. They're gonna check out from nest building. And this is what is happening because we do not respect and understand the invite that the masculine has invited us to be liberated. We don't understand that it's because of the masculine energy that feminism and the female liberation was able to happen. Without the structures that men have first put in place, we as women would have not been able to excel on our own. And I know a lot of women are going to hate this, but men are still holding the boundaries. They're still protecting us to flourish in a safe manner. And we should understand the importance of masculine energy in our society, but also in our relationships with men. Because we as women, we attack men because we feel that if a man offers us the structure from his masculine energy, for example, small things like holding open the door, calling us a taxi home.
A man needs respect and appreciation, just as a woman needs attention and listening. It's not egalitarian, and that's a good thing. Give what he needs and get what you need.
Men don't care about your personality. They don't care about your dreams, your goals, what you want to achieve in life, your likes, your dislikes. They don't care about these things. Men do not care about you as a person. They care about what you can offer them. They care about if there's something in it for them. That's why men usually don't do things unless they're going to get something out of it. So if a man is going out of his way, doing a lot of things, and you're like, oh my God, he's doing all these grand gestures, he wants something. He's doing it to get something out of you. Men don't do things just because they're kind human beings. If a man's doing something, he wants something out of you. He wants access to you. He wants access to you. That's why a lot of men love bomb in the beginning stages, because it's a manipulation tactic that is used to make you feel closer than you actually are. The more closer you feel to the man, the more he knows he's going to have access to you. The more he's going to get what he wants. That's why you have to be switched on. You have to be switched on. You have to be on the lookout for these things.
Exactly. Men don't love you. They love what you do for them.
Apparently, there are a lot of men out there that are done with being used and all the other BS that comes with modern dating. And they're probably just sitting at home alone, ignoring people. And as women, I think it's time for us to start taking accountability. Women are just way too busy looking for their next meal ticket or who's gonna buy them their next Louis bag, okay? And I am so sick of it because women have become so toxic towards men and it's not fair. Men deserve to be loved and cherished, and all these toxic women are just ruining it for the good ones like myself. And I'm just so sick of it, and I don't know how it's gonna stop. Like, we need men. We literally need men. So, women, just stop ruining it for everyone.
So true. Men are done being used and abused. That too by the hands of a woman they love. The heartbreak is real and saddening.
He's not ignoring you. He's not cheating on you. He's not with someone else. He's not sitting there and liking other girls' pictures. He's not talking or texting to another girl. He is fucking tired. He is done giving his all. When he goes to work, someone needs him. When he comes home, someone needs him. His friends need him. His family needs him. Everyone fucking needs him. And he never gets a break. He is screaming from the top of his lungs and no one can hear him to give him a fucking time out. He has to sit in that car before he even goes in to face you because he is mentally and physically fucking drained. And you are more concerned that he may be cheating. Where the fuck would he get the time to even do that? He's tired.
They know the
They
port
really
of
are
you.
strict about
They
this stuff.
know just as well as you know that baby that you're carrying is not made out of love. That baby is made out of spite and get back. This is what women do all the time. Y'all do this all the time to prove that I still got it.
I guess wasn't pausing it enough or something. I don't know.
To prove that you see a man still want me. Just to, man, grow up. Why are y'all using y'all wounds as get back? What we not about to do.
I'm gonna chop it up some more.
If you want a leader, you cannot have all that pushback when a man is trying to push you to improve, because a good man is going to make you a better woman. He's going to hold you accountable. He's going to hold a mirror up to you, but y'all don't like that. Y'all will call that abusive or control.
I guess I gotta keep pausing it. You know what I'm saying?
Which is manipulative. Or you'll holler, oh, so I'm not good enough for you, which is deflection. Stop trying to flip shit. Stop trying to confuse that man and make him think he's being mean, when in reality, you just don't want to admit that he's right. If you want a leader.
Shooting apples.
Nah, bro, niggas will crack first.
Your discretion is advised. If you ever end up like the young man in this video, get rid of her immediately.
And then never text you back. So that's how I started doing niggas.
Why? Why do women think it works the same way around? You are giving them exactly what they want. This is female logic at its finest. You are not gaining the upper hand by initiating the sex.
Most men are not qualified to be in relationships with women.
Just say I'm broke, I need money. It's a lot easier.
Good women.
One thing you don't never do, man.
Men are finally waking up. They are starting to see that being loyal, giving, and doing everything right does not mean that you will be appreciated. Too many good men.
I'm gonna take this down and bring it back.
Well, well, if it isn't the consequences of their own actions.
He was angry. He was toxic. He was cheating. He was manipulating. He was gaslighting. Shut the fuck up. No, girl. You manipulated, you gaslit, you were talking to other men, you were posting exotic pictures all over your fucking Instagram, you were luring every single fucking man in, every single bit of fucking attention you got, you fucking loved it. And the moment he even said anything about it, he was controlling. The moment he asked you anything about it, he was way too controlling, and he didn't trust you, and he wasn't loyal, and he wasn't respectful. You haven't been fucking respectful to that man for a very fucking long time, and now you want to claim that he's the toxic one? Now you want to claim that he's the bad one, and you're going to sit there and play the fucking victim like you always do, instead of realizing that you just lost a really fucking good man that, one, thought about your safety, two, didn't want to see you go into some dickhead and losing you and losing anything that you two had built together, a guy that loved you unconditionally, but because of your own ego, you lost him.
Sounds exactly what thousands of men go through on a daily basis.
1% of guys are getting all the girls, and the other 99%, it's just terrible. And it's not they're bad guys. It's just like they just don't have the experience, and then that leads to insecurity, and then it snowballs and whatever. Because like if you go back in the 50s, like we haven't evolved in 50, 60 years that much, right? Or 60s, 70s, whatever. Like everybody was getting like a proportionate amount of girls, like everybody's in decent shape. Now you're either like fat as fuck or you're super fucking jacked, like, you know, for guys, or you're like getting like no girls, or you're getting all the girls. It's like this massive disparity, and there's not much middle ground, where there used to be much more of a middle ground. And I feel like we're all kind of like at fault for this, and social media plays a big role. And I feel like women are just much, much more unrealistic about what they like deserve or what they should get or whatever, versus like when you're in a small town, you're looking at like whatever the other, you know, 50,000 people are, and you're comparing yourself. There's only one fucking high school stud quarterback, right? Like, but if you compare yourself to 8 billion fucking people, right? And like, those are the standards that you're like setting versus like who, you know, your town, like you're going to start setting these unrealistic expectations. So the women just like expect this. And, you know, obviously like nobody's going to live up to like the best in all these categories. I don't give a fuck who you are. Right. So most men, like nowadays, it seems like they've just almost given up. And that's kind of like a sad place to be, where like the majority of guys seem to just like have given up.
That's because a huge portion of men have decided on peace. So of course things are changing, and women can choose the bear over and over again now. Peace for all.
I see a lot of good men struggle with relationships and finding good women. Usually it's because they gave up on dating, because people took them for granted, and now they don't believe it's possible. But I'm here to tell you that it is absolutely possible. You just have to change your mindset about it, and I can help you with that.
Why struggle? Get an escort. She gets what she wants, and we get what we want.
Men are fucking done with the BS. They're done being with women that use them and abuse them. They're done dating women that won't see their worth, women that are clearly only with them for their money, or because they have something else to gain, like a child. They are fucking done with the false allegations, and they won't put themselves in that situation anymore. And honestly, I love it. I love seeing it. Men are now saying that they are better off being single and being alone and living in the silence alone than dating a woman that doesn't even see their fucking worth and can't even fucking respect them. You are not going to be able to keep manipulating these men and treating these men like shit, because men are not sticking around for anymore. So if you wonder where all the good men are, they're the ones that said, fuck this shit, I'm not fucking doing it anymore. I'm good enough on my own and I'll be on.
Men are done being used, manipulated, or pressured. We're waking up, setting boundaries, and choosing peace. Not hate, just healing. Thanks for watching Manhood. If you want access to exclusive episodes and want to support the channel, hit that join button and become a member. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video if it hit home. Drop your stories and thoughts in the comments. We read everyone. See you tomorrow.